YouTube, WJ's Handy Dad here, and today I'm going to retrofit the 2008 Crown Vic with the same backup camera and dash cam system that I installed in the 2010. If you watched that video, you know I said that it is by far the best dash cam that I have ever had, and that is no lie. So that's why I'm putting one on here. Basically, summary, it records both the front and rear cameras while you're driving, so it gives you great evidence if somebody hits you or does something wrong. Going to remove this black panel here and remove the existing backup camera, which is, I would say, fair quality. The one on here has got great night vision, particularly something that this one is not very strong with. And like in the 2010, I'm going to route the wires through the side of the trunk up into the headliner, underneath the headliner there, drop it down by the rear view mirror. That's the plan. We'll see if we run into any obstacles along the way. That's pretty typical with these sort of projects, unfortunately. Start by removing these 10mm nuts. There's 8 of them. They're attached to studs. Hopefully yours will come off without any issues. I had one there you see I'm struggling with. It has a broken stud on it, so I had to repair that after I got this off of the car. Then just remove your reverse lights, give them about a quarter turn counterclockwise, and then slide them out of the socket. Millimeter bolts, there's 2 that hold on the license plate light, and you may have 2 underneath your license plate itself, although in my car they were missing. Then just remove the fixture. Carefully separate this from the car. It may be stuck a little bit, and then also all the little studs there. Separate the wires, don't pull anything too hard. And then here I'm just removing the old camera wires and then fishing them back out of there. I'm just going to drill a hole here. You see I already had a pilot hole for it. I find that's a pretty good location for the backup camera wire to go through. And then just test fit, make sure that the hole was big enough. Remember, start with a smaller hole and just make it only big enough for that wire to fit through. And then I actually use the sticky tape and screws to hold that on so it won't go anywhere. And this is a trick I use frequently when wiring. I'm using the old wire to pull the new one through. So that was the old camera wire, and coming out there is the new one. You have to solder or otherwise connect a wire to the reverse light hot wire in order to trigger your camera in reverse. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just stripping a small section of it, and then that way I can wrap that wire around there, solder it in, and then trigger to turn on the backup camera when the car is in reverse. Then once you get that panel put back in, just put your reverse lights back on and go ahead and reinstall all of the nuts. I went ahead and used some anti-seize on the studs because I've had problems with some of those getting stuck and breaking off. And to run the wires, I'm going to pull down the headliner just a little bit, so basically pull down the weather stripping. You've got to unbolt the seat belt and a couple other pieces you'll see me kind of pull off of there, and then the headliner can be pulled down just enough where you can run the wires through it. And just like before, I'm using the old wire to pull the new one through to the passenger compartment. The existing camera uses, I think that's called micro USB, and the new one uses the mini, I think that's what it's called. So it's basically not the same size. So I was hoping to just basically pop the new mirror on and use this power source, but I'm gonna have to take this power source out. The nice thing is, since I've already wired it for this, I'm just basically replacing. So this wire here is exactly like this, except for the end is different size. So I'll just pull it out of there, you know, unfish it and then refish it. And since I have this already down, it shouldn't be that much extra work. So I have it wired with a switch that switches the cigarette plug from full-time power to accessory power. So right now I have it switched over to full-time, so when I plug this in, it's gonna kick on. If you need help wiring that, watch the original install video. I show you how to set up the relay and the switch so that it goes, you know, where you can toggle it back and forth between full-time power if you need it to record all the time, or just accessory to kick on when you're driving. Anyway, hope the video was helpful. Appreciate a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and please tell your friends about my channel. Thank you very much.